Alright. What's up, guys? I fucked up the days yesterday. It is actually day 37. So, yeah, I don't have much else to say. Actually, I do have much else to say. I had like the weirdest day. I got some fucking cease and desist letter or like allegedly. Like somebody saying in like the feedback button for Menu Food, like, blah blah blah, doing a cease and desist, like, this is a clear copy of some like Carnegie Mellon thing that also does like dining hall stuff. It was the weirdest thing, because then I emailed like the place, because I was like, this can't be real, like there's no way, this is the stupidest claim I've ever heard. And then they responded and they were like, yeah, we have no fucking clue like who sent this, and obviously it's not real. So that was a little eventful. And yeah, besides that, I'm just behind in my schoolwork, which is great. However, that will not stop us from... I need to go put a hat on. This is going to annoy me.
Are you streaming actively?
Yeah, hat time. The hair in my face was annoying me. Alright. But regardless, I want to see if we can fix that weird error from last night. That's kind of like my only goal. And then I saw that this leetcode has a 70% acceptance rate. Something we try it for a good 20 minutes, then work on the little problem. I'm probably not even going to get to an hour stream because I just have a ton of other stuff to do. But we'll see. Try my best. Alright. Map of highest peak. If given an integer matrix is water of size m by n. So many water ones. If is water at ij is 0, then it's land. If it's 1, then it's a water. You must assign each cell a height in a way that follows these rules. The height of each cell must be non-negative. If the cell is a water cell, its height must be 0. Any two adjacent cells must have an absolute height difference of at most 1. A cell is adjacent to another cell if the... Okay. So no diagonals. Find an assignment of heights such that the maximum height in the matrix is maximized. Interesting. Return an integer matrix height of size m by n. Okay. So my brain wants to go to like DFS or BFS, but essentially I feel like we should loop over to find all of the water cells, because you have to start there and say those are 0, because all adjacent ones have to be 1 around them. And then you could just DFS every direction. Checking if you, like, you either take the max. Yeah, you just set the height to be... No, because you have to guarantee that one thing. The max height of at most 1 difference. Do you like... Okay, but you have to set all the 1s always. So I do think I'm on like some right path of when we interact with a water. Like as soon as we see a water, which is 0, we DFS or BFS or DFS? Probably BFS, right? Because you're trying to go multiple angles and span them. Okay, so initially we're just trying to check if it's ones and see if they're water. And if it's water, then we append it to the queue. And in our like heights map, we set it to 0. And then do you just like keep the logic simple and just do like the heights plus 1 for everything else in the queue? What's up, Shaman? What's up? I think that's fine. I'm just trying to think of like if you always do heights plus 1, if you'll ever run into a case where like going backward. No, because if you like go backwards as you propagate. School started? Brother, I'm like in week 3. What the fuck do you mean school started? I've been in this hoe. Like my only worry is in something like this. Oh, my mouse is just not here. Like say we have like a 3x3. Say like our original thing is a 1 and like a 1. Like in my mind, I'm BFSing and making a heights thing. So I would start out with this being 0 and this being 0. And then I would start with this as my appended thing. So I'd say 1, 1, I'd say 2, 2, and then I'd say 3, 3, 2. But then on the second pass, I would then check this. Or is that how the queue will work? No, this would come first. So these two would get added to the queue. Then this would get explored, and then these neighbors would get added to the queue. So do you just check if it's not 0 as well? Or like maybe you initialize them to -1? Yeah, land height equals distance from water, yeah. So just if it's been initialized to a value, like, wait, what did I just say? Like, if the value is not equal to -1. So like, if it's not been explored, then we explore it. But like, if it has a value that's shit, what the fuck am I saying? What am I saying? Like, what is a valid append? Because like, it's not going to be -1, because this is going to be initialized. These are all going to be initialized to -1. And then originally these two are added first. So then that gets replaced with a 1. You get it replaced with a 1. And then here you get replaced with a 1. You get I should really just... But then for these ones, it's like... Okay, so it just has to be -1 to move to them, I think. Yeah. I think you have to be bounds corrected and you have to be -1. Okay. Height equal length is water. Width is this thing 0. Heights will be equal to a thing of -1. Put that in the range of the width. Put that in the range of the height. And then for R in range H for W or for call. So we're checking if it's water, so that means if it's 1. So if is water at RC is 1, then heights at RC is 0. Oh, now we need our Q, because we need to append this. Q is equal to our deck. I think you can initialize it like that. Can you empty initialize like this? I kind of forget. Wait, this is also just wrong. So I don't want the for loop, I want that. Zip. What the fuck is... Depend. Q dot append. What are we appending to the queue though? The row column? You could do, yeah, that's what I should have done. There we go. And then we're gonna append a tuple of RC and cost. I think that's how these problems typically go. Okay. So while Q RC height is equal to Q dot pop left, I think. Yeah, because you want that most recent one. I love typing this out every time I do one of these problems. It's my favorite part. -1, 0. 0, 1, 0, -1, 4, dr, dc enders, equal to r plus dr c plus dc. Now we gotta do our bounds check. So let's just make it is valid. I feel like I was like writing that it's valid. Return. You've got to be greater than 0. Got to be less than h, and you've got to be same thing, but dude, this new keyboard, man. One day I'm gonna get used to it. And what else do you need to be valid? You need to be a -1. Right, so R, C. Okay. Not is valid. We'll continue. Else we want to append it with a height +1. So height's at R, C equals height +1. Q dot append new R, new C. Or wait, should this be new R, new C? I think so. I think. Right, because we're popping row column height. We then go through the directions, we check if it's valid. If it is valid, then we set it to height +1 because we're adjacent, and then we append the height +1. Holy shit. That first try? That was quick. Or, holy shit, that took like 15 minutes. Okay, felt quick. Guess I could have been quicker. Why is my memory so bad? All I'm using is a deck. W improvement, that was super clean. Thank you. Felt good. Okay. Let's try to get this, figure this bug out. Oh yeah. Assuming people just modify it in water. Yeah. Oh, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Yeah, how would... Yeah, because you can't just one check. I don't know. I wish I knew. Quirk, yeah. Alright, let me see the error that was happening here again. I remember I was getting I was sending the same 2 SQL queries and then it was saying there was nothing. How do you get familiar with Vim? I used the Vim motions in VS Code for probably a month and a half. And then I got to the point where I was editing VS Code settings too much. And I was like, why don't I just fucking be bad for a month? And that's how I learned. It's just like awful for a month or two. Now I like kind of get it. It's fun though. It's real fun. Okay, so this is what I was having problems with. You do user and get preferences that has a value of test user. You find something. You do user ID and pref user and get preferences with test user. And it says there are no user preferences found. No such table, GORM user preferences. So somehow it's like the table is getting dropped. Which makes no sense because these things should be happening in this order, where I'm initially getting the user preferences just to see if I can get them, and that works fine. But then I do get mailing lists, which should not be doing any deletes. Wait, actually? That doesn't make sense. Select user ID. Yeah, but I'm not passing that a user ID. Okay, so that's my problem. I don't know why I couldn't see that yesterday. Oh no, this is fine. Because I'm getting the data. I should probably just check that that's the... Oh no, I can't do that. Because I'm getting to here with user ID found, so it's not that. Right, yeah. Then I get user ID and get preferences. Any thoughts, guys? Any thoughts? What if I just... Actually... What if I just skipped out on this? And then just pretended like I got test user successfully. Make sure it's not something random like this. I need to... So it is that. Is it just not Is it that it's not getting like cleaned or something? Because like I run this and it says it's using test user. What if I do %v? Will that change anything? Nah, it's getting the same thing. Boy, I do not understand this. I just don't understand how if I change this to... That's probably a better test, actually. Maybe the SQL query is messing something up? Okay. So somehow this is... Somehow this is affecting the table. Which makes fucking no sense. Does anyone understand this? Open to help. Because right now, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, because this makes no sense. Just a leetcode goat. Nothing more. Why does this function act differently than if I just pass test user to all favorites batch without the original query function. Item dot if I don't, the initial query and just hardcode the value, it works fine. No, but it's not even working when I'm passing it directly. Like, what I really don't understand is that, like, this works. Yeah. Like, I'll try to debug this myself. I have no fucking clue what's going on, though. I've given it the college try. Like, I'm not going crazy. This shouldn't change anything, but it just does. Okay, wait, now it's passing. Okay, so, sure. Surely this works. Surely it was a trimming white space there. Surely. No. Like, how are these different? They're like a strings equal. Yeah, like, okay, this like proper makes no sense. So the items are different. Let me see if all the like items diff, or it shouldn't have been this. It's saying no such table, which is just crazy. Because how is there no table? Because I'm doing the same fucking query right here. And it's being fine. Scope or life cycle? Like, it's fucking, do I just give it my test shit? This is just no help. It's just no help. Ugh. Hmm. I have no fucking clue. Sorry, I'm being like so quiet, but I just have no clue. I don't understand how it could be. Like the no such table is the thing that's throwing me. I guess it's because of the two calls. Like I'm just querying twice. Oh my god. Yeah, they have a common setup, but the thing that's confusing me is like some of my other tests like query multiple times, I think. Yeah, it's complaining, like, I think it's because somehow in, like, the universal database thing, when I'm querying this, it's... Like, maybe this defer rows close, like... Actually, don't know. What the GPT thing was reading, like, was if I do this, it then like kind of thinks it doesn't need to be, like the database doesn't need to be there anymore. I mean, I could just modify this to have the favorites in the same thing. Alright, what's up, Meyer? Maybe I should read this more thoroughly. No, the deletes, it's not, like I have a delete daily items. Like I have these, and they run at the end. Like, they run after all of this. Oh my god, is it running again? Is this where the error is coming from? Like I'm not expecting an error? No, but it's still failing, actually. Let me make sure I'm not going insane. Yeah, no, it's still failing. Still saying no such table. Hello world. Hello world indeed. Like, whatever. Let me push it to the side for a second. Oh, I guess I already do that here. Yeah, they should. Because, I mean, the thing that doesn't make sense really, like fully honestly, the thing that doesn't make sense is if I just call get user preferences at the top, like above here, like it runs fine. But then when I call it inside of here, it just like dies. It says test database initialized successfully. Because like at each test we're spinning one up and then tearing one down. Like that's what this part is. We're setting it up and then we're tearing it down. And it works fine for every other one. Defer should take place after the last like db thing. So the last time db is used in this scope, to my knowledge. So like after this thing runs. I'm pretty sure go have like get executed. I was pretty sure it's as soon as like the last thing calls something. just before the function returns. Test if you put setup db. What do you mean? But I need it to be set up for down here to like insert the data items in. Add another one? But how would that... Okay, sure. So it is getting dropped. So, like, this is a problem with my tests and not a problem with the code, I'm pretty sure. Which is crazy. Because, like, the thing is, as much of a funny joke it is to say, like, this isn't really gonna happen in production because I'm not doing something like this. Like, I'm just always listening, you know? I just have one instance. I'm not, like, spinning up and tearing down. Oh my god. Yeah. The thing is, like, I am... Like, this setup and teardown should be making its own, like... It's making its own thing. It's the thing I don't really understand is, like, a teardown is just... Let's just close it. I'm running it for each test. And each test gets its own setup and teardown. Like, that's what I'm really confused about, is because every single one should be running independently. I don't know, like, at all, because why the fuck did it, like, kind of fix it? Let him cook, chat? Dude, I'm getting cooked. I'm getting cooked. No cookage is happening here. Like, what if I move this teardown? What if I say, let's tear down here? What happens then? Still just doesn't exist. If I just get rid of it, it still doesn't exist. So it's not the teardown. It says db Is the database getting overwritten somewhere? No, because I'm just using database here. Just using it here. And I'm only using it here. I have no fucking clue. Because of this. Oh, so it's the merge. Something's happening with the merge. Okay, so what's happening with this merge? Why is the merge causing? Maybe it's this model thing? How do I... What is this? Born. How to update that table. So for some reason this is fucking my shit up. Like this just shouldn't be. This is unreal. Because this is just an update. Alright, well, let's see if GPT Overlord can fix me. I'll give it the whole 2 files. Shit. What? Why is Ghosty like this? Alright. Test file. DB file. I've tried my best to understand it, and maybe I just can't. Okay. Let's see if I can put it into Claude. What is a transaction again? That explain. It would still be tables found. When I edit the table to make the untrue test fails with table not found, but when I edit the table to make untrue executes but does not find any valid users. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to change a good lot of stuff then. Because that kind of changes quite a bit. Is there any... Okay. I guess I just make a new table. Which means I'm gonna have to make sure a bunch of production stuff changes before I can actually push this thing. How much time am I at? I'm already at an hour. I think I gotta stop here. I still got homework to do. Tomorrow, we will do this. It will get done. I'm gonna make a new table. Make sure everything tests fine. And then we'll finally get this fucking feature up. Oh my god, it's killing me. Alright. I'll see you guys for day 38 tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.